Hi and hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to another Planty video. Thank you so much for joining me for my begonia collection. Today I'm going to be showing you every single begonia that I currently have in my collection for 2026. Now, this is going to be a smaller collection than it has been in prior years. I will link last year and the year before down below, but I'm really happy with where my collection is. I got my top wish list plant this year, which happened to be a begonia, which I was waiting for to film this video. I've had some of y'all ask for an updated begonia video, and I was just waiting for that plant because I really wanted to include it. So it's here now, and we can do our update. I love begonias so much. I find them to be some of the most interesting, strange, weird plants out there. And as much as people like to call them grandma plants, I don't care. I disagree. I think that they are super cool and really fun to grow. So yeah, hopefully I can convince you a little bit if you're not a begonia person, but if you are, then I'm sure that you will enjoy seeing all of these. Without further ado, I'm just gonna go through them randomly. One of my biggest obsessions lately has been my begonia pink urchin, which is a terrarium type begonia. That's why she's in this cloche here. And I actually just repotted this the other day, but I'm gonna take this off and show you what she's looking like. This cloche is just from, oop, it was like suctioned on, is just from IKEA, by the way. Okay, there she is. I just put her into this pot, handmade by Solarium Studio. I can link her shop down below, but I think it's just such a perfect pairing. So this begonia is very aptly named. It definitely looks like something that you would find under the sea with its spiky, vibrant pink foliage. Oh gosh, I just love this one so much. It is so unique and so strange, and it just looks absolutely perfect where I have it on my plant shelf. Like, your eyes just immediately drawn to it. And normally terrarium begonia aren't my favorite because you do just have that, was I showing it to you backwards? I think I was showing you her backside, maybe, I don't know. I think that's the front, which looks a little bit better. This leaf is almost ready to go. I think that was one of her first leaves that she came to me with. I got this begonia at the end of last year, at the end of 2025. This was like one of my biggest wish list plants for years and years, and you just didn't see them in Canada. I think that this was a hybrid that was created by Botanicas, which is an American plant shop, online plant shop that does a ton of really cool begonia hybrids. And a lot of them are these like terrarium types. But anyways, I found one in Canada, immediately had to buy it. Like, I didn't even really think about it. I just, as soon as I saw one available, I was like, you are going to be mine, because I'd been wanting it for so long, and I just knew that I was gonna absolutely love it. But what I was saying is that I don't normally gravitate towards terrarium begonias, or it's not something that I like, that I prefer, because then you do have that extra obstacle of having to find accommodations for it that are going to keep the humidity high. Now for me, right now, this plant is small enough that it can just stay inside a glass cloche, which I really like the look of. And I suppose I could just keep this trimmed down so that it's always small enough to fit in there. And that may be what I end up doing. But it's worth it to me, and I think it really works for this plant. Like, I love having it displayed inside there. And yeah, it's really low maintenance because of that, because the humidity stays so high. It doesn't really need to be watered very often or anything like that. You can see mine has tons of flowers. Like, it's just so charming, constantly flowering, constantly growing, just looks amazing, adds so much to that planty area. Yeah, I just love this one so much. I have like zero regrets. Getting this plant is everything that I was hoping it was going to be. And yeah, I'm obsessed with her. So that is begonia number 1. Oops. Such a little cutie. I guess maybe I'll do the ones that are new to my collection first, and then I will do updates on ones that I've had in my collection for a while. And then I'll end off with a begonia that I have on my wish list that I could potentially still bring into my collection. But another, or maybe this was in my, maybe this was, but I don't think it really counts because now it's like a fully established plant. So this is my Begonia brevirimosa. And yeah, I really can't remember if it was in or if it wasn't in my last collection. I got this mid 2025 from Natasha at Planted in Platinum. It's also a little bit thirsty right now, so it is watering day after this. But this one was on my wish list because of these vibrant hot pink leaves. Oh my gosh, it is just so gorgeous. It's so colorful, so striking and eye-catching. Like the color in person, I don't know if it comes off as vibrant on camera, but the color in person is just amazing. And I have this in my Millsbo wide IKEA greenhouse cabinet, and it just completely steals the show. Like whenever I look at that cabinet, I just see this plant because it is so just eye-catching. It's incredible. It's a really amazing plant. This is a cane begonia, so it's very fast growing. I have it on these plastic stakes here to keep it upright, and it's honestly rapidly outgrowing the cabinet, so I don't know if I'm going to try to grow this outside of the cabinet or not. I tried when this was very small, and like maybe, yeah, I don't know. I think that when I first got it, I had it outside the cabinet and it was not doing well. And then somebody commented and they were like, oh, you need to put that in higher humidity. So I did, and it started doing better. So I don't know if I want to risk taking it out of the cabinet again. I could try it and see what happens. I don't have like super low humidity in my house, so maybe it would work. I don't know. But it is a bit more of a sensitive begonia in comparison to, you know, the other cane begonias that you would typically see growing in ambient conditions. Like this one, when it's thirsty, the edges of the leaves go crispy and curl in. Like she's a little bit thirsty right now and she's not happy with me that I'm behind on watering. Whereas other begonias like the maculata and the lucerne aren't gonna do that. So she's a little bit higher maintenance, but honestly, I don't mind because she is so beautiful. So to me, it's worth it. And I'm really glad that I have this one. Yeah, just really fun. And I don't have a plant that's like, I mean, I guess these are pretty close to the same color, to be honest with you, the pink urchin and this one, but they're so different that, you know, I need both of them. But I find that a lot of other like pink houseplants tend to be like a lighter pink or a more bubblegum pink, whereas this one is like hot, like Barbie pink. So yeah, really cool one. Definitely gonna give her a drink after this because that pot is like as light as a feather, so it's not good. Okay, and then the moment we're all waiting for, my wish list, top wish list plant that I got this year in a trade from Crystal at Keep Growing Plants. I'll link her Insta and she also has a YouTube channel down below. We did a trade and she blessed me with these two variegated Begonia maculata, which is so insane to me. I still cannot believe that I have this plant. Like, I'm shook. These are still in the containers that they arrived to me in. And so yeah, I haven't messed around with like repotting them or anything yet. And they are living in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet just to kind of get going in there. But oh gosh, as soon as okay, so I've already been a big fan of Begonia maculata. I've grown that plant, just the regular green version, different times throughout the years. I've grown them out fairly big. I've had them flower. Like, I just love that plant. I think it's a classic. I think that it's such an easygoing plant. I think it's so interesting looking and just wonderful. So when I found out about the variegated one, and when I found out that the variegation is pink, oh my gosh, this skyrocketed to the top of my wish list because, like, are you joking me? That's like the best of both worlds, like the most amazing thing ever, the most amazing news. I'm sure that an albo variegated, like a white one, would be gorgeous as well, but pink, like, you've got to be kidding me. It doesn't even seem real. It is looking a little pale since arriving because, I mean, obviously it went through the trauma of shipping and living in a new environment and everything, but she has popped out another leaf for me, which is all pink, which could be questionable, but that's okay because Crystal was so generous to send me two of these plants. This one has a less variegation, but I'll just be so interested to grow both of these out, and I think I'm gonna be able to have like my perfect custom plant between, you know, the genetics of both of these combined. Like if this goes too variegated, then I have this one. If this one doesn't have enough variegation, then hopefully I'll be able to like cut some type of variegated node from this one. And yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make it work. That's just what you sign up for with variegated plants. Like you don't know what the next leaf is gonna bring, but that's also part of the fun. And with a plant that's as easy to chop and prop as this one, I'm really not concerned. So yeah, that is my exciting news. I don't know if this is gonna be the first video that goes up on my channel, because I am also doing like a plant chores vlog right now that I've been filming over the past like couple of weeks, where I got this one and then I got a couple of other new plants. So I don't know which video is gonna go up first, probably this one. So this might be the first time, other than if you follow me on Instagram. But I've been so excited to show you here on my channel these plants. So yeah, that's very, very exciting for me. Okay, and then some of my plants that have been in my collection for a while. First of all, my Begonia paulensis, who has just been testing me. Oh my gosh, my throat is dry, you guys. I need water. It's like actually so dry. I'm in the middle of so many different videos that are kind of like ongoing right now and different things like that. So is that a fungus gnat in my water? So I've been filming all afternoon and oh my gosh, my throat. It's catching up with me, and actually it is dinner time now, so I need to go give Olive her heart pill quickly and then we will resume. Also, I thought I wasn't wearing a begonia shirt at first. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have put my begonia shirt on. But then I read what my shirt says, and it says Begonia listata. And the begonia's on the back. Do I have Begonia listata? No, but I have a hybrid of her, so we'll get to that one. Okay, back to Begonia paulensis. Now this one is so cool because of the spider web pattern on the leaves. Like genuinely one of the coolest plants I have ever seen before. And this was my top, or is, like, I don't know if it's my top anymore, just because it's been having a rough time, but it was my #1 plant for a couple of years. And I don't know what's going on with it lately. Just gonna give it a quick prune here. I don't know what's going on with it lately. It just seems to grow so crazy. And I saw someone comment the other day saying like, oh yeah, you really have to like divide them and repot them pretty often to stay on top of them. So I'm like, okay, I think that I honestly am like due for a repot again. I think it needs more fertilizer, or I don't know. It's looking a little bit janky, but I just keep it and I keep trying because this plant looked so amazing for me at one point. If you've been here for a while, then you know, especially when I just got it. I got it as like a 1-leaf little plant and it just looked so immaculate. Oh my gosh. So if I could ever get it back to that level of health and vibrancy, like it looks so pale right now, and I was behind on watering. I did just water it today, and it was an emergency water because I went and I grabbed it and I was like, oh shoot, it's bone dry, which is not good. They don't like to be bone dry. This has grown fine in ambient for me. I know some people struggle with it in ambient, but like I said, my humidity is usually like 50 to 60%, so it's not super low. And this plant has looked amazing for me. I've never grown it in a cabinet except when I was like rooting, reestablishing it. But yeah, this plant has been on a whole journey. I think I have a whole dedicated video to like chopping this up, and it was infested with ants at the end of last summer, and gosh, it's gone through some things, it's seen some things, and this is like technically the baby of the plant that you would have seen in the last collection video because I rooted the rhizomes and repotted them up. And yeah, I think I'm gonna have to divide this and repot it again soon because it's just crazy. It's just a crazy plant, and it is very water intensive. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to kind of turn this around this year and just like get into a flow of like figuring out when I need to do repots and staying on top of watering and everything else. So yeah, had a little fall from grace in terms of being my favorite plant. It just doesn't quite make me feel like it once did, but we're gonna get there again. I'm confident that we will. And this just gets natural light from, it sits like right here behind me on this shelf. This is a south window beside me if you're new. So yeah, I think it's mostly watering and like figuring out the repotting situation to get that one looking good again. Okay, and then we have Begonia melanobullata, which also went through a weird time this last year. This one, again, I grew back from a cutting and it took a while to kind of get reestablished. And you can see like it gave me these younger leaves here. And now it's giving me more mature ones that are really spiky again, which is nice to see. It's just such a strange begonia. I feel like it just kind of hangs out in my cabinet and I don't really pay it a ton of attention other than trying to stay on top of watering because this is a very thirsty plant. But I don't pay it a ton of attention. Like I do appreciate it, but it just hangs out and I just keep it because it's so strange and bizarre. I love the spiky leaves. I love that the melanobullata has like hairs at the tips. Begonia ferox looks really similar to this in terms of the spikes, but the difference between them is that the melanobullata is hairy. I don't know if you'll be able to tell on camera, but there's little hairs. There you go. There's little hairs at the tips of the spikes. So I appreciate that about this one. Has a bit of like weird hairs on the petiole too. It's just a very bizarre plant and I'm drawn to the weirdos. So yeah, have this one. Yeah, not much to say. I think it's easygoing as long as you stay on top of watering. It does like cabinet conditions. I did try to grow this in room humidity once and it didn't go well, so we stick to the cabinet now. Okay, another one that I currently have growing in my cabinet. This is Begonia malachosticta, and I love this one because of its pink polka dots. Like a lot of begonias, we are familiar with the just like silver polka dots, but this one is pink and it's just so pretty. Hopefully the pink is showing up on camera. Yeah, it's just such a gorgeous plant. Beautiful green leaves with those light pink polka dots. I have this one in leca. Looks like this needs to be secured. This one vine is like growing a little crazy, but that leaf size is pretty good on this one. So yeah, another cane type begonia that, well, this one lives in the greenhouse cabinet, like I said, but I also have another one that I've been growing in room conditions. I'll go grab that one. It has been going, well, it's been going questionably, but the only reason for that is that I just keep not watering it in time. It's so hard for me to water it in time. I think I need to put it in a different pot or something, but I'll go grab it. Okay, this is my other malachosticta, and this was just a cutting or like an extra from when I was repotting that one or something. It was an extra cutting and it just looked so good that I didn't have it in me to throw it away. So I was like, okay, well, why don't I run an experiment, pot it up into leca and grow it in room conditions to see if it will, you know, do well outside of a cabinet. And I would say that it is fine in room conditions. It's just keeping up with watering in this style of pot. Like this style of pot just isn't really working for it. And there's so many roots and like, oh, it's just such a thirsty plant. It needs a pot setup that is going to be able to keep up with the crazy thirst. But this is a really gorgeous begonia and I am impressed with it growing out in room humidity. Like it looks great. And yeah, I'm glad that I tried it honestly because I'll probably end up keeping only one of these and I like the look of this one better in terms of the leaf size and just like the overall kind of growth habit that it has going on. Like it looks kind of cool how it's kind of arching over. So yeah, this one living outside of the cabinet and doing well. And it's really pretty. Maybe I'll put this behind me. Honestly, it would be nice to have that plant on the shelf behind me. I don't know if it would be upset to be taken away from its grow light though. Anywho, let's do Begonia Magdalene Madsen next. So this is one of the most insane growers in my collection, I would say. This thing grows rapidly. This was just a small cutting at less than a year ago. Less than a year ago, this was a small cutting. This is probably only, I would say like 7 to 8 months of growth. No, honestly, maybe 7. Something like that. Hasn't been a year yet from cuttings. And it's this big. So yeah, very, very good grower. I actually have some flowers that are just starting. They're not open yet, but they're just coming out, and I love when this one flowers. So that's really exciting. So low maintenance. I do have it in self-watering in pond. That's how I have been growing this one for the past few years because it's just so thirsty. I mean, you'll notice a lot of my begonias, especially my cane begonias, I have moved them into semi-hydro because it's just so hard, or into self-watering. I actually forgot to mention for this brevirimosa, it's actually in soil, but in a self-watering pot. So the soil stays moist often. I might take cuttings and then move it to leca eventually, but for now, I just wanted to try that out and it's been going well. But anyways, yeah, this one is just amazing. And the reason that I love this one so much, and I've had it for years now, and I've restarted it over a few different times. I never part with it because it is so like fuzzy and almost velvety looking, and that just makes it so unique from the other begonias in my collection that I always just end up keeping it. So this one is a hybrid of Begonia listata. So it has that listata kind of look with the coloring and the leaf shape, but it is like the easier version of listata. It lives in ambient, can live outside, no problem. It's just very, very easygoing. So yeah, I'm such a huge fan of this one. It's just gorgeous and so fast growing. It's crazy. Love when it flowers for me. It's just an amazing plant, honestly. I have this living on my Visto shelf right now because it's just outgrown. It's outgrown the spots that I've put it in, but yeah, just an amazing plant. Okay, and then we have my Begonia White Ice, another cane begonia. This one, oh gosh, it's looking so good lately. So I used to have a big Begonia White Ice growing in soil mix, but I was just finding it was impossible to keep up with watering. So I ended up taking some cuttings, rooting them in water, and then planting those into leca in this self-watering pot. I did that. It's been a few months and she is looking better than ever, honestly. Like the leaf size is crazy. The color, like it just looks so healthy. She's just looking absolutely amazing. So full and just really gorgeous. Like she looks perfect, honestly. I love that this plant can look a little bit pink. Mine doesn't look too pink right now. I think maybe it's not like close enough to the grow light. This does live on my Visto shelf and I have my Rousseau light mounted above, but it's pretty far away. So I think it's enough light to like give it good growth, but it's just like not looking super pink. If I moved this near my south window, then it probably would go really pink for me, but I kind of like how it looks on the shelf, although I am itching to rearrange my plants soon, so maybe you will see things change. But yeah, I love White Ice. This is another one that, you know, when I was downsizing my plant collection several months ago now, I was taking a look at some of my big cane begonias because I just don't have space for all of them. And I was trying to decide which ones to keep, and I honestly wasn't really expecting to choose this one above some of my other ones, but I just couldn't let it go. Like something about these really like densely packed polka dots on the leaves, like it's just so pretty, and the really sharp leaf shape is something that I really love about this one. So I do think it's really unique from other like angel wing type begonias. And yeah, I love her so much. She's doing fantastic and I'm super happy about that. Very low maintenance in the leca compared to the soil. Oh my gosh, the soil was crazy to keep up with, but this, like, I just water it on a normal, like I don't have to do any extra waterings. I just water it when I water the rest of my plants, and it's been going well. Okay, and then lastly, or what I think is the last one, because I keep thinking of more begonia that I have around my house, but I think that this is the last one. This is my Begonia Lucerne. She's kind of up behind my philodendron SP Silver here, but this one was growing along my window earlier this year, and then I had to relocate her because she was not appreciating the way that I had her staked along the window. So now I just have her growing upright. She seems to love that. She's already like too much for me to keep up with when it comes to staking. I have her on these 6-foot stakes here. These begonias I think can get up to like 10 feet tall, which is insane. So yeah, it is a very large plant. Grows so fast though. Like it's hard to keep up with how fast it grows, honestly. But I mean, that's a cool thing about it. Yeah, it's in pond, so it's in self-watering. Even then, it's hard to keep up with the watering just because this is such a big plant. But I love this one because of how big it can get. Like, this can be like basically like a little tree, which I think is really cool. And I don't think every single cane begonia has the potential to get that tall, so that's why I like having this one. I really want to see flowers on it one day, but it hasn't happened for me yet. So hopefully it will eventually. Okay, I don't even know if you can see or if it's too dark, but I just wanted to back you up so that you could kind of get a better view of the full plant and how big she is. But yeah, I mean, she seems to be doing fine in this spot. I think she would like a bit higher light, but this plant does not like high light, so they're kind of competing for who gets to have the proper conditions. I guess I will just add this one as well. This stick looks like it maybe could have potential left, but I don't know. This is what's left of my Begonia chlorosticta. It's completely died back on me, and I think that it might be for good this time. This plant has died back on me multiple different times, or I've cut it back multiple different times. I took cuttings of this and rooted for a trade, and I should have taken cuttings for myself as well because I kind of knew that this was gonna happen, but it is what it is. I'll repurchase this plant if I ever finish my Acrobar begonia terrarium, because this is one that needs high humidity. It's a terrarium begonia. Gets crispy if it doesn't have enough humidity or enough water. I would say it's like relatively easygoing, but then this is what mine's looking like right now, so is it really? I don't know. So I guess I do still have quite a few begonia in my collection, which is nice because they are one of my absolute favorite genus of plants. So you may be wondering what the heck is still on my begonia wish list. And the one begonia that I have like actively on my wish list is the Begonia gogoensis. That one I've been eyeing for years now. It reminds me of the paulensis. It has these like round, really interesting, cool looking leaves. The leaves kind of remind me of like philodendron verrucosum or something, the way they look, like the coloring. I just think that it is such a gorgeous looking begonia. But I already have my work cut out for me with figuring out my current begonia. Like, I want to get my paulensis back on the right track, and just, yeah, I mean, I guess that's my main thing that I'm working on is the paulensis and figuring that out. So I'm not in any hurry to grab that one, but I would grab it probably because it's just so neat looking. I would love to add it into my collection, so you can let me know if you have that one and what your thoughts are. Give me your full review. Anywho, that is it for this year's begonia video. I really hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of these plants. I always love to hear your thoughts. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.